Hello my friends and welcome back to another beautifully polygonal day here on my procedurally generated super mega biome Minecraft server. I'm over here at my witch hut actually. I did a little live stream a couple days ago. For those of you who've missed it, shame on you. Just kidding, it was pretty impromptu. Most of you on the planet would have missed it since only 3 of you showed up. But one day those numbers will be bigger. We'll see, we'll see. And I decided to come up here and take a look around and see what was up here. Actually, let me get a better look. Over there, you can see the giant mesa, which you can also see from my base camp, which is that direction. Right over here, there's the ice-capped mountain. Oh, let me get a good look at it there. There you go. The village with the traders is not the T-R-A-I-T, but the T-R-A-D-E. They're back over there. There's a couple little things off there in the distance. I saw that little well with fire out in front of it. I thought it was like some type of mausoleum. It just ended up being like a modified well. I say just, but it was a pretty cool little construct. I think it was in one of my older videos. And looking out over this direction, you can see there's some desert over there, or some... Oh, look, there's a little structure there. There's an anvil I see inside. There's probably some redstone over there. There might be a mob spawner over there also. Maybe we check that out. Also, I didn't notice this little village over here to the south. Wait, hold on. Yeah, the south. So maybe I'll go check that out later on. It looks like it's got some interesting mushroom growth over there. It's not going to have any villagers in it. It's just going to be similar to this one that we found the witch spawn in. Right? Oh, wait, I have been over there. And there's another witch spawner over there. I remember that now. And this forest over here has some interesting trees, so I thought I'd give you a good look at them real fast. I don't know where my next thumbnail is going to be. It might be this one right here with all those trees. I think that looks pretty cool. Maybe something like this. That's too green. It'd have to be something like that. We'll work on it. But this is the new modified witch farm. For those of you who don't know, as I didn't, they have... Well, I knew they had potions. Here's the thing. I knew they had potions, and I knew they had potions of fire resistance, and I knew they had health potions. But I was under the impression if you ran them through a fire blade, they would hit their fire resistance potion, and that was the only potion they had. And then if I ran them into a crusher or into a smotherer, they would just eventually vanquish and perish, and I would get their drops, and that worked. That worked quite a bit. Unfortunately, the frames would drop to 1. So it wasn't the most elegant solution. So what I decided to do was I went inside and I closed up my little pathway from the spawner itself, and then came out here and just built up. I think I went up 50 just to be safe. I believe you must go up at least 32. But I'm pretty sure I went up 50 at least to get all the way up there and come all the way down. And ladies and gentlemen, I made it out of glass in the front with the sturdy brick background because I think that cosmetically looks pretty good. And I put a bed on top just because if you're up there, nothing's going to be spawning near you. This mob spawner will turn off. So then you could then, you know, go to sleep in the middle of the night if you were over here. Because if you're right in this room, you can't go to sleep because there'll be too many mobs too close by. So that's why I moved it up there. So these are all the supplies that are necessary to do minor repairs from time to time. But as you can see, in they come in pretty quickly. 3 or 4 at a time. Up they'll go, and then down they will come. And while they're doing that, what I did was created one circular chain of hoppers, as you can see. Like that one feeds into that one, which goes back, which comes back forward. So that the items are always looping, and then eventually will be pulled out into the chests below. Now, the guys who drop right here will most likely fill these chests first. And fill these chests first they have. We've got a lot of redstone, a lot of glowstone, a lot of gunpowder. I'm trying to get some sticks, right? And since I still have space for some things, I'm going to go ahead and just pull those out. And once those are... they probably have a bunch of bottles backed up. Bunch of glowstone, a bunch of bottles. Maybe some eyes are backed up as well in that chamber. So let's go ahead and do that. And what I'm going to end up doing... Whoops. Is getting rid of all of this. Because really we don't need quite that much anyways. These are just placeholders to... see, I was too fast. Oh boy. Hmm? I gotta do it like this. Boom! No, I didn't even want to do that either. Okay. Well, that will keep filling in. Wow, there's a lot of glowstone here. So we'll let those keep filling in. And these will keep filling in. Look at all of that. But the reason we're trying to get all these filled in is because we're actually going for the sticks. We wanted to get the sticks so that we could have the furnace... Whoops, I want my food back. So that we could have our furnace filled with fuel. And since this is El Cheapo Fuel, aka an AFK farm, this is how we're going to do it. So, let me get all of the sticks out of this system, and we'll head back over to the fish farm and see how much fish we've got cooked up. Boom, 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 boom. Welcome back, my friends. We're back over here at Home Base Alpha, and good morning. The sun's simply rising. It's a beautiful day. My little buddy's in there in his room. Hanging out. Well, I've done a little spring cleaning over here. I've gone through and gathered up a bunch of things, and I've actually made a decision based on the progress we've had so far. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll go for 8. See how it does. Based on the progress we've had so far, yes, I can continue using sticks, and quite frankly, after one night's AFK session of sticks, I was able to cook up quite a lot of the fish that was in there. There's all the fish I pulled out of that chest, and there's that many left. I found out what was wrong with that little guy. Here, let's pop down there. I'll show you. What had happened was a torch fell in there. So a torch was in the smelting spot, and no fish could drop in. So as a consequence, this furnace was filled with sticks, and that hopper behind it, and the hopper behind it was filled with sticks. So this has... Wow, 11 stacks of sticks worth of cooking to do, which means 5.5 stacks of fish, which should take care of everything in this hopper here. Now, these other hoppers all have a little bit in them, you know, not too much, but I thought, you know, another load of sticks would definitely get it done, but what I'm going to do is go ahead and use charcoal. As you can see, these one towards the end don't get as much as the others, so... We'll see how that goes. Now, I should think this will work because whatever fuel source is in there before it will burn out before this fuel source goes in, right? So let's, why isn't this... Boom, there it goes. Close it up. And bam, off they go. So now they're all going to be cooking much, much more efficiently. Because rather than taking 2 sticks for every fish, now it's going to take 8 fish to every piece of charcoal. So all of those fish should cook out, and then I'll be able to get to the other fish. What I've done is gotten rid of all of the, what's the word I'm looking for? The stackable items that I didn't need or the non-stackables that I didn't want. There's a couple that are still falling through the trap chests, as you can see. But I just went over there and threw them all away on the ground. Sorted some things out over here. I put many of the fish here. That's about the ratio I expect them to come out, and the lily pads. You could use these for, what's the word I'm looking for? Distillery, enchanting, chemistry, alchemy, that's the word I'm looking for. I got a whole bunch of tripwire hooks, a whole bunch of name tags. I kept a couple saddles, because why not? These should probably go in the other area. Oh, I put mending on this pick, and efficiency 4. I was going to put mending and looting 2 on it, but then I saw I had a looting 3. So I said, hey, no way, I'm just going to put efficiency 4 on it. But now, I can't even see how many levels it would take to put looting 3 on it, so I guess that thing's done. That's just going to be a digging axe for me, which is fine. I haven't decided whether or not I'm going to put mending on this axe, or combine the other 2, which will take 14 levels, or not. Here's some more spring cleaning. Remember I mentioned I was at the witch farm. I brought back a lot of glowstone dust. This is just the spillover because of the way I have it flowing around in a circle, a lot of the glowstone and a lot of the drops are flowing into the right-hand chests that haven't been sorted for organization. So these are just a bunch of glowstone dust I grabbed that turned into that. This is the miscellaneous glass chest now. Kind of straightening things up. Dirt, gravel, stone, stone bricks, pressure plates, half stabs, etc., etc. Cobblestone. Andesite now. Little spring cleaning, just a little spring cleaning, that's all. Diorite and polished diorite don't look much different, do they? And then these do. Actually, polished granite looks really good with brick, not the red brick that you would make from clay. I think it might look good with redstone, which we might have an opportunity to test now that I've also got all of this redstone, and that's just the extras. So, I'm going to let those fish cook out, and then I'm going to take the other fish and cook them out, and then I'm going to take all of those fishing rods and make 5 that are worth keeping and discard the rest, and then that fish farm will be done, and all that'll be left to do is put mending on my stuff. Boy, but I tell you, that witch farm over there, oh man, it's really getting me in the mood to create a witch farm on my community server. I know the one on the community server wouldn't be nearly as efficient as this one is, because this is actually like a witch spawner, and those don't occur naturally in vanilla, I do not believe. So that's going to be a little more difficult to find, but we do have a witch hut. So having a witch hut is going to be quite helpful in getting us into that. So, at the beginning, you remember I was standing on top of the witch hut, and our witch spawner, and it was on the other side of this mesa, by way of reference, so that's where we're at. Down in the nether, I have created a longer tunnel and a portal to connect through it. It's a little bit faster, but it still doesn't have a rail system, so that's something to do. Alright, I'm going to go get back to work and show you what progress I've made after that. Alright, my friends, lest you forget, the whole reason we made that fish farm in the first place almost a month ago was to put mending on my pickaxe and my shovel. So what I'm going to do is put as many enchantments on these things as I think I can. Actually, I might go an overnight session in the fish farm and get a bunch of levels and make a new shovel and a new pickaxe and just combine the two, or enchant them and then combine them and see what happens. I might get a good enchant, and then I might not have to use any books. But I've also taken a liberty of getting all of this removed, right? I'll work on the entry a little bit better later on so that you can have a bigger reveal. This probably needs to pull back a little bit so you can see into it better. But over here, we've got the obsidian farm blocked off. And over here, we have begun growing mycelium. So I put down some dirt and some things, some mycelium blocks, and soon it'll all spread. And then I'm going to try to grow, oh, there we go. And then I'm going to try to grow some mushrooms. And then, this was the template holder for the previous portal. I'm thinking that I'm going to build the mushrooms, get the mushrooms growing, if I can, in here, and then put the portal within the body of those mushrooms. As I did try before, but built the portal first. So this time I'm going to try building the mushrooms and then doing the portal. So I got to wait for all of that to grow out. And while that's going on, I might as well head back into the central line here and get started digging out the station for the northwest adventure that's coming up probably next week. Alright, so while that's growing, I'll spare you the details and I'll come back and show you what I've built. Welcome back, my friends, to the obsidian mine portal. Checking things out. I was wondering if I should cap those up, and that's why I was staring at these. But behind me is Mount Mushmore portal. I've been trying so hard to get mushrooms back here to grow. Tried a red cap and a brown cap, but they just were not happening. So I just decided to, well, the brown ones I didn't necessarily expect them to, but I kind of hoped they would, because it would, if one of those popped up, it would just give us the brown right across here, hopefully. But it didn't. Or well, I tried the red ones too, and if the red ones popped up, it would have given us a nice fill from the up front. Because from up here, I don't think it looks very good right now, just like that. As you come in and get out of the station, you're like, oh, okay, red, what's up with that? But, you know, it's all red down here anyway, so why not? So that's why I had this knocked back and was hoping to get brown ones growing, but they wouldn't grow either. Again, and I think that's because whenever they had a possibility to grow, they did the height check and it didn't happen. Alright, but from over here, I think it looks pretty good. I've got these two to grow, and I've put them right like this. I kind of wanted to put the obsidian in the air block space, so that should have been back by 1, but I also wanted to have it give it some additional depth as you walked through the area here, and I think this works out all right. As you can see, I chopped off some blocks and turned them into all the way around red ones, and I did that only because I wanted the, like, this is where that's kind of curled under where we've chopped it away and could get to it, and then it's still kind of, you know, the spores and such made colorization. I don't know. We'll have to check with the mycobiant and try to figure out what's up with that. Alright, so, these are the other mushrooms I have just for decorations. So I think down here looks pretty good for now, but I'm probably, like, down in here, this is good. This little pathway that lets you walk past it and go into what will be the next train station, into the next segment in the future. And down here, this will let you walk down and go in through there. So I'll probably... Oh, man. Might I build another fake mushroom back here? I could. I could build one more right there that would look totally fake, and then that would finish that off. And then there's one other thing I want to do for today, and that's all the way back here. So hold on just a second. Alright, gang, the last thing I wanted to do for today was to build this train station and get us started towards the southwest. I always have to turn. I have a southward-facing house in real life, so when I come out, I just kind of look that way and think, okay, that's southwest. But for some reason in Minecraft, I always get turned around. I'm not sure what it is. Probably because I'm not, you know, the geomagnetic sink isn't there or something, you know. But here is a pretty standard minecart station based off of examples I've seen done by Zoomovoid. I believe I've given him credit before in the past for such things. Yep. Okay. So pretty straightforward, pretty simple. When the cart comes in, it hits this cacti, and then gets fed into this hopper, which goes down one hopper and over another hopper and into another hopper and into this dispenser. Boom. All right, now, when you stand on this pressure plate, that dispenser dispenses a minecart onto a powered rail, which will go there after I load it. All right. It also sends a redstone signal into this block, which depowers this torch, turning off the block above it. Boop. So this will no longer have power, right? And we'll go ahead and cover that for cosmetic purposes. And then when you actually get in the minecart, you come off the pressure plate, which repowers and then gives this guy some power and sends you on your way. So it's a pretty straightforward design. I really, really enjoy it, actually. It's quite good. And now for me to finish it up. I don't have quite as many resources as I thought I did, so let's do it like this. Boom, 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 boom. Fill this bad boy in real fast. All right. My friends, that's all of the odds and ends I needed to get done for today. You know, now that I've got that fish farm built and organized, I'll be able to go in there and put mending on all of the... Ooh, I didn't get enough. All of the items I wanted to put mending on. So I'm prepped for that. I don't think I need any more full blocks. If I will, oh boy, that'll be unfortunate for me. Okay. Boom, and here, and this guy, and let's put a couple of these up. Right, is that how I want to do it? Or is this how I want to do it? I think that's how I want to do it. Okay. There, and let's bring these down. Here? Oh, I'm on the wrong thing. Dork. Okay. And then, boom, get on it, and off you go. There it is. All right. So all that's left for me to do is put in some minecarts, and I will be completely done. And then, ladies and gentlemen, next episode, we will dig out this tunnel and pop out on the great southwest expanse. And if that's something you want to see, then by all means, please do consider subscribing for more content just like that. If you watched today and enjoyed all the odds and ends, and give me a thumbs up for the scenery. Because next episode, we're going to see what's down this tunnel down here behind me, and see what there is to see in these wonderful 400 biomes. Until next time, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you again real soon. Bye-bye.